Hi everyone. My name is Kamil. Uh, I'm a doctoral researcher in the School of Maize, and I'm working on ethics in engaging infrastructure project stakeholders. I'm in my final year, uh, but the digital aspect I'm trying to present today, because I actually want to gather additional information and learn more. That's why I actually want to present this part of it. And I want to see the visibility and the viability. I'm in the water and sanitation sector. So this has to do more with that part of it. So I'm going to be as brief as possible in order not to waste our time. I know I've got 5 minutes. So uh, sorry, since the screen is not okay, fine. So So I'm just going to quickly talk on the digital ethics and the water resources engagement area. Um, my first question is why am I looking into this new perspective? I'll just quickly relate a story that happened in Africa, in Nigeria specifically. I'm from Nigeria. In the last couple of years, we're having a lot of flooding. Year in year out, sometimes 3-4 times in a year, and in the last 2 years, they were so devastating that we needed a concerted effort, to look into solution into solving this problem, and that is what has motivated this thinking, and that is why I actually want additional information and from you guys, because it's more like information gathering for me. Now, this is the proposal. The current situation in Nigeria is that we have a lot of water outlets, and there are different dams. We have 6 littoral areas in Nigeria, and each of them with its own water that flows around its own course. And there are various dams, upstream, downstream of most of these things, and there are a lot of utilities that make use of the dam and make use of the water itself. So we've got all those ones. But the critical challenge that I think has been responsible for the flooding is there is little communication, ethical communications between the infrastructures and the managers. So that has been responsible for that. The one that happened last year was a spillage, from one, and the other dam was closed, and you had flooding all over everywhere. That was the time it happened as a result of leakage from one or two of the dams, and you have it like that. So sometimes you have the dams in series, sometimes you have them in parallel, and depending on the location and the problems they're trying to solve in those areas. Now, my thinking is that implementation of utilization of AI and machine learning could actually enhance this ethical communication I'm looking at, between the dams and the practitioners. So each of those dams, they are far from each other. They are not in the same control of the same people, and as such, there are individual decisions that are taken without recourse to other assistance of other people and other structures. So the essence of this is my thinking is if you use it drone technology and stuff like that, that will be able to measure the level of the dams, and when there is a leakage and communicate same to other dams and other people in other areas. My thinking is we could drastically reduce the problem of the flooding and the effect that comes with it. So in a nutshell, that is what I'm looking at. And I'm looking at this in the concept of a process theory, because I'm using process and process as my theoretical underpinning. So in the concept of using process theory, thinking we could get this and come with that result. So in a nutshell, that's my presentation. I don't know if I've communicated. Thank you.
Thank you, Kamil. Any questions for Kamil?
Any questions? I also need contributions, because I'm trying to see how best to get this solution.
Thanks, Kamil. I'm just wondering, you're talking about using AI and machine learning to analyse sensor data.
Yes.
But is there actually enough sensor data available on its satellites? I mean, you're talking about manual data. Is the information there to be able to do the state analysis required?
Yes, the manual data exists currently. The manual data exists, but they exist in isolation. You know, the dams are far from each other, and there is no communication between dam A and dam B, and between the people managing them. But they have the individual data there. You can actually go there and measure the level and stuff like. They take all the measurement every day for each of the infrastructures.